real fast. Get to it, folks. Yep, there we go.
Facebook here.
We are live inside of the group, and I just like the post. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to our weekly Best Easy Work webinar. Glad to have you. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules. This is we are couple of weeks away from the big holiday, so people are out shopping and doing all that stuff. So we appreciate your time. Best Easy Work is the opportunity at hand. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ontarian Hawkins. I am from Oklahoma. Maybe you hear the accent. I don't know if you're on the East Coast. I am an Oklahoman. I don't ride horses or carriages or anything like that. I do have a truck. However, I am an entrepreneur. I've been one since the early 2000s when I got started in the network marketing industry. What led me to the network marketing industry, and excuse me if I look over to the right every now and then, I'm bringing more people on to the panel. What brought me to the network marketing industry was a desire not to work the rest of my life. I saw my parents, and my parents are still working hard to this day. My dad is in his 60s, and he's still working hard for his income. Nothing wrong with working hard, but I wanted to work smarter, not harder, for my income as I got older. So in my early 20s, I jumped into MLM. I did a lot of companies. Probably a lot of you guys did the same companies. Not going to name any of them tonight, but with those companies, I was finding my way to where I am now. And I learned a lot. I learned about prospecting, about leadership, about perseverance, consistency. I learned a lot. I learned a lot of intangibles that I'm still using today. And I'm thankful, first of all, that I didn't quit. I didn't quit. I didn't give up on my dreams. And second of all, I'm thankful that I had the vision to see all this through. Even when my friends and family were against me, it gave me what I call fire belly to keep going, to so to speak, prove them wrong, that whatever they thought in their minds about scams and what I was doing was a scam and I need to go ahead and sit down and work a job, that got me fired up. And I was on a mission to prove them wrong, so to speak. And lo and behold, it took me a long time, but here I am, by God's grace, guys. It has been a joy ride. And what we have for you tonight, Best Easy Work, is an opportunity that can literally change your life. You're going to hear from a few people here tonight that where this business has changed their life, literally. This actual business has, one of our the people you're going to hear tonight is actually retired because of Best Easy Work. And that is phenomenal right there to hear that. That lets me know, and it gives me inspiration to keep promoting this opportunity because other people I know are looking for this actual opportunity. I did a search online a few months ago, and I came across an article that said 70% of Americans, just America, I'm not talking about the other countries, 70% of the Americans actually despise their jobs. They hate getting up in the morning, punching the clock. It's like, it doesn't feel good to them. That's pretty much what the article said. So if 70% of people, which is a lot of people in the US, hate their jobs, what do you think they're doing as an alternative? They're looking for something else. They're coming online. More and more people are doing that. And if you're not up on what's going on in the industry, in the world, so to speak, in the job force, corporate America, so to speak, technology is taking over, okay? And if you go to Walmart, you can see this. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but every time I go to Walmart, the self-checkout lines are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, okay? That lets me know that technology, they're increasing the technology in order to save money. And what happens when the company wants to save money? Start cutting jobs. There's no such thing as job security anymore, folks. That is out the window. And you know what else? Pension plans and even 401ks, I believe, are going to be obsolete very soon. Okay, so you have to come from a position. If you're in Best Easy Work and you're a freebird, what Martin calls a freebird, do yourself a favor and upgrade, guys. Get serious about your financial future. Get serious about what you're trying to leave as a legacy for your family. Don't work this thing as a hobby. Work it as a real business, and it will pay you like a business. I guarantee you it will. All right. So with that said, I'm going to introduce a few people. Just before I do that, I've been with the Best Easy Work since August of this year, very short time. In that amount of time, guys, I've made quite a bit of money with this. I don't know the exact numbers. Martin may know. I don't know. I mean, it's a great sum amount. Okay, that's all I can say. And it's all because I took advantage of the opportunity. I saw it for what it was. I upgraded immediately, and I went to work. That's all I did. And when I did that, guys, the sky has been the limit. My team, my organization is growing tremendously. This opportunity is all about leverage, versus linear income. Linear income is income that you control to a certain extent. If you get up and go to work in the morning every day, that's linear income. It's coming from the CEO, and it comes down to you. Now, if that line is cut, if you're cut or laid off, something happens, you get sick, you get hurt, God forbid, then that linear income becomes obsolete. Okay? With this opportunity, we're talking about leverage. So, for example, you working 40 plus hours a week in Best Easy Work, you could times it by 10, 20, 30, 40 if you want to, and have your money work for you, so to speak. So with that said, guys, thank you for coming in. That's my introduction, a little bit about me. There was times, it's got more stories coming up. There was times where, guys, I never shared this on my videos before, where I was sleeping on the floor. I had no bed, sleeping on the floor of my cousin's apartment, my aunt's apartment, going house to house. Car was barely working. I had a job at that time, but I still had the vision in my mind to become financially free as an entrepreneur and to work for myself. And guys, if I can do it, you can do it too. So with that said, I want to give the torch over to, we're going to bring some testimonials out. We're going to bring out a young woman who this business has changed her life. Okay. She has walked away from her job because of Best Easy Work. And I always love to hear her story, and she's going to tell it for you. So, Kim, are you there, sister?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you. And for the record, I ran away from my job.
You ran away from your job. That's even better. You sprint.
Yeah, it had been a long time coming, and kind of like your story, I've been in the industry, just always had that entrepreneur spirit, and came across Best Easy Work on YouTube. Sometimes I'm up late at night, I'm looking on YouTube, trying to learn like new techniques and new strategies, and came across the video, and I was just blown away. Like I was like, okay, I haven't seen anything like this before, and I, called Martin up because personally, I couldn't sleep as a free member. I'll be honest. I saw so much potential. I'm like, it's no way that I can let this money just pretty much just leave this money on the table. I'm just being completely honest. Yeah. I had to upgrade. And at that point, you was able to do it. Martin Assistant was able to do it, I believe, by credit card. So I was able to upgrade immediately because I upgraded to the $88 level. And I just couldn't remain free. That's just, I saw too much potential. So I upgraded, talked to Martin that night. And I think, I started May 4th, and I had a check in my hand by May 10th.
Wow. A
check in my hand by May 10th. Just that quick. And, it worked, and I was able to, leave a job that, I was just there, just getting by, not happy, checking my cell phone, looking at different deposits that's coming in from Martin. I'm like, you know what? This is just getting crazy. Literally sitting at my desk, making more money with Best Easy Work, money coming in, people looking at me like, why are you just got happy all of a sudden. I'm like, yeah, I just made $500 sitting here. You know, so it literally got to the point I was like, that's it. You know, I'm done. And, you know, I was able to walk away from my 9 to 5 because of, I will always say, because of Best Easy Work. You know, I'm involved in other things, but I was able to leave my job because of Best Easy Work. You know, so I'm just excited. The Facebook group has blown up tremendously, and it's just a great team. To me, it's so passive to the point where I just check my email and say, oh, I got paid again. You know, so it's a program that it's just so passive. I'm like, you know, just share your link, share the website. You know, I that's all I do. I've just been sharing the website. I post ads. I got leads coming in here and there. People upgrade. Martin let us know, hey, you got a payment on the way. And, you know, it's just, that's just one of the best feelings in the world. But I think what really brought it home for me was actually being able to run away from my job due to Best Easy Work. So that's my testimony when it comes to this powerful system, Martin. So again, thank you. Thank you so much.
Powerful, Kim. Thank you for sharing that. I'm pretty sure a lot of people on here can relate to that, and then those who are going to look at this video afterwards is going to get inspired by your story, and a lot of people are going to want to run from their jobs too. I'm pretty sure. So guys, like Kim just said, she looked at the opportunity, saw it for what it was, and upgraded and got to work. She had a check in her hand within 2 weeks. That is phenomenal. And then the rest is history. So congrats on that. That is an inspirational story there. So next I want to bring out Mr. Douglas, Mr. Clinton Douglas. You there, brother?
Name it Charlie. Loud and clear, as we say in the Army. How you guys doing?
Okay, great, man. Hey, thanks for coming on. You've been doing some big things here too, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for having me out here tonight.
Yes, sir.
I'm just a normal guy, just like you guys. As they say, I just started in this business a little bit earlier than you guys. You know, it's crazy because I think back to my origins when I first started this whole business opportunity. It was actually back in the early 90s, like 1995-ish. And I remember watching those little infomercials and place tiny little ads and make money, right? And I just had that dream, right? So I always had that bug. I really wasn't successful until like 2001. I had my first major success, and then that's when I made like 250 online. And hold on. Okay. And you know, I'm working from home, as you can see. But I mean, I had my first you know, hitch, if you will. I got my taste of success. I did 250 back in 2001. And then, you know, that kind of went away. And I always had the itch. Went to the Army, went to Iraq 2 times. And I always had that itch, right? And I had little bumps here and there, you know, made some nice change. But I really didn't have that consistent income that I was looking for, right? If you read any books, right? Like one of my favorite books that I read back when I was getting out of being an Army recruiter was the 4-Hour Work Week with Timothy Ferriss, right? And one of the things that he was talking about was cash flow first, big payday second, yes, right? And so I was watching a guy by the name of Sam Randall. You guys might have heard of him, right? He was posting stuff on Facebook, right? And I was like, you know what? This is back in September, and I was like, looking, I was like, man, I really gotta get back to postcards because postcards I made a nice coin off of that. I said, I gotta get back to postcards, and I was looking at Sam, and I said, you know what? Let me plug this system in, right? Let me just see what happens. And so it was right in the middle of a hurricane that I sent my money out, and you know, like Kimberly was saying, you know, it was pretty much like stop, drop, and roll, right? I stopped, I dropped my money, and I rolled right in. And it was right in the middle of a hurricane, and I was kind of worried because I had signed up 2 members at the same time, and it's crazy that my money had just made it, and then that Monday, Martin said, hey, you got 2 payments on the way. So it was like, woo! It was close because Martin was shut down for a little bit, I think on that Friday, because my package didn't get there to Saturday, but Martin was closed down because of the hurricane that hit down in Florida. And so I almost just got $25, but it worked out well. I ended up getting like $240 on my first check, and that was it. Like I said, cash flow. So my biggest thing was I was working on cash flow, right? And after I got the cash flow down, then it was optimization. Then I started crunching the numbers, right? And I figured out like how much my risk-free members were worth to me, right? Out of all the members that I had, I did a little calculation. I said, okay, so every member that I sign up free, or every risk-free member that I sign up, their value right now is like worth like 20. It hovers between 22 to 23, to almost $25 per member, right? So once you know that number, then you just bam, you hit it hard, right? So I started mailing out postcards and stuff like that, and just following up with people with emails and just being consistent, just like you guys talked about, right? And then once I I started having that that consistent success to start posting results, right? Like there's 3 things that you want to do. You want to post results, right? Social proof. You want to share value with people that's in your community or in your audience, like your Facebook audience or your email audience, and you want to results value. You want to show that lifestyle that you have, right? For my lifestyles, my kids. What I do, right? And when you post that, people want to be a part of it, right? Mm-hmm. And so there's one thing that one skill set, and I don't want to hog it up or anything, but one skill set that I learned over a few years ago, and that was building my list, right? Biggest thing that you can do. It was once said, if you want to quit your job, you got to build your list, because you build your list, that's an asset you can take with you. So I had this list that I built from postcards years ago. I mean, about 3 years ago, not that long, right? And it's amazingly small. The list is, I want to say probably about 1,000 people now, but back then when I started, it was puny. It's probably like 200 people, but it was the most powerful list I could ever have, because that list just a few days ago allowed me to have a $2,000 day in one day.
Wow!
Right now, I want you to think about that, right? Because what do we think about in school? In school, they teach you about go to school, get an education, get a good job, right? But here in business, one of the most important traits that you want to have is build your list, present your offer to your list, and cash checks, right? Does that make sense? So I don't want to hog it up, but because my kids are going nuts here, but I want you guys to understand the importance of education and surrounding yourself with successful people. Because when you do that, like me and Martin, I talk to Martin all the time, about different things. And you just want to hang around people that are making like way more money than you. Listen to everything they say. Take notes. I remember one last thing I promised. Last thing I remember was this millionaire. It was in 2012 in Atlanta, Georgia. And there was this Deca millionaire. Now, I don't know if you guys know what a Deca millionaire is, but it's a guy who's worth $10 million. And I remember asking him, I said, how are you winning these contests back to back? You know what he said to me? You build your list and do videos and get in front of your list, and you'll be rich. So that's all I do, guys. That's my secret, is just being around successful people. Remember the results, value, lifestyle formula, and it's going to make you a bunch of money. Because if you look at Kimberly, Ontarian, that's what they do every day. Results, value, and lifestyle. They post every day, and people were like, I want that, right? So I'm going to drop the mic, man, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love this company. I think it's awesome.
Mr. Douglas, that was on fire, brother. You shared some nuggets that, I mean, we can end the call right now and people will be good and fed and ready to go run, man. But we appreciate that. Powerful. In a nutshell, what you just said, those 3 components, one word I can think of is attraction marketing, man. Attraction marketing. And basically, we're just authentic people who had a dream, and we mixed together our passion, and that's what is happening to all of us who are having success with this company. So, man, big ups to you, brother. Congratulations, and thank you for sharing that.
And the one thing, I got to thank my team. I couldn't be here without my team. Martin, team, everybody on this call. I thank you guys, because it's the community. It's not me. It's the community. Right. All together. Every results, because I share results from everybody that's on this call. When you guys have a proof pick or a check or something like that, I'm showing it to my list. So it's a community involvement. So I want to thank each and every one of you guys.
There you go, brother. Thank you. Powerful, powerful. All right, next person who just popped on here, Mr. Sam Randall. You there, brother? I see you in the window there. Speaking of Sam, What's going
Good
on?
morning, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Hey, Martin, thanks, man, for the invite. I totally forgot. I'm not going to lie. What's going on, brother? Listen, it's been quite some time, man, since I've been on the call or first time on a Zoom call. I loved it, man. Next time we get 100 plus people on here, man, you know.
Back it out because it's streaming live in the Facebook group. So yeah, it's probably close to it.
I love it, man. Listen, just a brief minute here. Man, you know, I'll say this, you guys. Martin, you put together something very powerful, man. It's changing a lot of people's lives. Clinton is a true example, true reflection of that. I see you, Clinton, out there with an amazing team out there. You guys, I see everything behind the scenes. You guys doing wonderful, wonderful things. Myself, you know, Clinton just one of the true examples of team members of following pursuit, but he's actually taken to another level. I love that, man. I get more inspiration, motivation out of guys like Clinton, like others who are out there just doing their thing, man. You know, that what really pumps me up. You know, me, I'm at a point in my life now. I would say this for all those who just got started with Best Easy Work. I've been very blessed. Okay, that's why I got a smile on my face. I've been very blessed. My family's healthy. My wife. That's the biggest thing. Okay. Then it comes money, then everything else, you know, God first, your family, then everything else goes first after that, right? You know, I'm here, be able to purchase my dream vehicle and my dream home here in sunny Florida, far away from up north in Chicago. So, you know, it's a little bit cold down here right now, right, Martin? You know,
a little bit.
But, you know, I love seeing guys, you know, people who are ordinary doing extraordinary things out there. I love it, man. That what really gets me pumped up, you know. So, and this is great motivation, inspiration for those who just, I see a couple people here, a couple people I don't, but this thing's gonna get bigger and bigger. I think, Martin, we're close to what, 70K? 70K members now?
Just under.
In like, what, in a short period of time, right? Not even a year.
In March, I changed over the program and we were at 3,300 people.
Man.
Right now we're at 70,000 people.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Crazy. So, and you know, the thing about this, you guys, about businesses like Best Easy Work, there's none other like it. You know, there's a saying, often imitated, you know, or duplicated. You know what I'm trying to say, right? There's a lot of other companies out there trying to duplicate what Martin's doing. They tried to, but they failed. Okay, I've seen it. Okay, and you know, Martin, you got something very special here. I mean, you have to, because think about all the leaders you have on here. Well, Kimberly, Arturian, Clinton, and so many others. You know, I mean, you got to think about this. It's going to grow 100 plus next year, even more, right?
Yes, sir.
So my thing is this, you guys, I just want to drop a golden nugget here, if I can, is that, you know, whatever you do, you know, just a video, I mean, attraction marketing is obviously, you know, it's the biggest thing, like Turning and Kim and Clint just touched on tonight. But one thing is that you guys just stay focused. It's a grind, okay? You know, a lot of times people see us on you know, on Facebook or social media, they think it's easy, right? But it's not easy. They don't think about all the grind and the grunt work in between that, you know. And it's a process. It's a process. I see it in Kim, right? I see it in Arturian. I've been following you guys since day one, even myself, you know. I tell you right now, it's a great feeling to be where I'm at today, and seeing others grow and develop as they prolong their, you know, their business online and offline. Me, I'm a big offline guy. You know, Martin, I love the fact that you implement a lot of the stuff in the back office as far as postcards. One thing I utilize, I think you got it back there, Martin, I think drop cards, I utilize that. Martin and I were just talking about this a couple of days ago, right? And that's one tip I would tell you guys. If you're at a store, a gas station, whatever, you know, you have these little cards. I got them somewhere over here. They look like $100 bills, right? But you can actually have your name, your website, whatever. It's another way to market offline without really marketing, if I could say. You know, so that's something I could, you know, a tool I could share with you guys. If you guys, I put something in the back office for Best Easy Work, as far as the Facebook group, something that you guys could do. Just something, anything I can share with you guys to help with your business, I'm all for it, okay? And by the way, I make no money off this. It's something I just share with all you guys. But right now I'm a big, offline marketer. That's what I do. That's my bread and butter. I just really started tapping into online less than 2.5 years ago. And for me, social media, YouTube blew me up. I see the same thing in Kim. I see the same thing in Ontarian. It's all about adding value to the marketplace, right? That's what it's all about. But really, I don't want to prolong. I really want to jump on because I promised Martin. He hit me with the message saying, "Hey man, I know you're gonna be on that call, right? I know you're gonna be on." I said, "Look, no excuses, Martin. I'm on it." So I just want to make sure I show my smiling face on here, let everybody know, "Hey, look, I'm still involved. Obviously, big time with Best Easy Work."
What did you wake up to this morning?
Oh yeah, you want me to say it, right?
Say it.
So this morning I post on, if you follow me on social media, I post on Facebook, right, early in the morning. Put a smile on my face, by the way, Mark.
There you go.
Okay. So I woke up to a $900 commission. Passive. I didn't do a damn thing. Not at all. But what I did was I planted that seed. This is where it comes into position is key, you guys. Okay? Trust me, I got passed up many commissions because I was not in position. Then I learned my lesson, right? I learned my lesson. Martin said, "Hey, look, man, you got to get in position because you never know when somebody's going to join that $2,500 level, that $3,500 level, right?" And guess what? I positioned myself many months ago, and I followed the key advice that Martin gave me. And guess what? I had a $900 commission come in passively. So thank you, Martin, for that. All right, thank you. So that goes good for some good gifts for the kids. All right. So other than that, you guys, I'm smiling because I love what Martin's doing. I love what you guys are doing. Kim, you killing it out there. I see you every day. I see it. And it brings a smile on my face when you're out there, you're sharing value, and people actually, following you guys and becoming successful on the strength of you just getting value out there. So keep doing the awesome work. Congrats to all you guys and success. And I promise you, this won't be the last time I'll be on the call.
Outstanding.
Appreciate that, Mr. Randall. We go way back, man. So good to have you on again, and congrats to you, brother. And we're all in the same boat, guys. I mean, we're just out there. There's no different from us than you to you. We just took what we had in front of us and ran with it, guys. That's it. And as you learn, you earn. As you learn, you earn, and that's the key right there. So appreciate you, Mr. Randall. All right, Brittany, you on?
I'm here.
All right, Brittany, you got a story too, sister. Let everybody in on what you're doing.
Okay, well, I started Best Easy Work, I believe the same day as you, Ontario. We started in August, and ever since then, I've just been sharing. That's just what I do. I just feel so blessed because, like I say, all the time, I was at a point in my online marketing career where I felt lost. I was sad because I wasn't, doing what I wanted to do. I started, this journey back in 2008. And, I finally made it to where I was able to be home in 2013, November 2013. So I just hit 4 years at home full-time marketing. So, it's such a blessing because, like I said, I've hit highs and I've hit lows. And when I was at my, one of my lower points, Best Easy Work popped up. And when I tell you guys, the blessing is so much more than just financial for me. It's the people that I've met through sharing this opportunity. It is the people that I've met through just being a part of the opportunity. The people in our Best Easy Work family. It's just, it's just opened my eyes to a lot of new things. And by that, I mean just, strategies and, trainings and just me kind of just opening myself up to provide value to the marketplace. So I have to thank you, Martin, so much. I've told him this a million times. I've texted him, called him, all that. I thank you so much for this because you really have changed a lot of lives with it. And like I said, it's not even just financially. That's a nice little bonus, but it's so much more to it. Now, just to kind of give you guys a little, piece of value, because I feel like it's hard to follow up with all these great people who have come before me tonight. But just to share a little bit of value, you know, it's so simple. Best Easy Work really is easy work. You know, it's not so easy that, you know, you just make money every, you know, it's just, if you put in the work, it's very, very simple work, guys. Literally position yourself. I say this all the time, position yourself at the level that you want to be at, guys. Make sure that you get on a paid level, because I know for me, within 4 hours, I had my money order mail, you know, sent. It was off. I was so excited. I was just so pumped up about this opportunity. And I really think once you, you know, read through, if you go through all the information and you see the vision, go out and get upgraded, guys. It's just, it's a no-brainer. Once you position yourself, then the next thing you want to do is share. Guys, it's not, you know, it's just so simple. I say it so many times, but it's just so simple. Share the opportunity. Like Sam, you know, he said he's big on offline. You know, there's a lot of offline, the training in the back office. That's one thing I was so impressed with, is whenever I started, the training is all there for you guys. It's laid out in plain terms. It's so laid out. You've got online strategies, offline strategies. It's something there for every single person, something there for everybody. You know, whatever you feel comfortable with, start there. So, you know, I just encourage people, go through your training, you know, pick a method. I know for myself, I love YouTube. That has been my big thing. YouTube and Facebook are the things that I love. Sam loves, you know, offline marketing. I know Kimberly, you know, she does online, and like I said, you know, or like Sam said, you know, Kimberly, she's very good about giving value. Ontario, you're very good about giving value to your people. And that's what makes people want to, you know, to work with you. So, guys, there is something out there for everybody, but the name of the game really is to share, whether that be online or offline. Whatever your method, as long as it's, you know, ethical, share this opportunity with as many people as possible, and the upgrades will just come. They'll come. You'll be checking, Martin be sending you a text or email saying, hey, you got money. And it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. I've made quite a bit with That's Easy Work, like you guys have said, and it's just, it blows my mind how simple it truly is once you realize that it's just a very simple formula. You know, there's many ways to go about doing it, but the formula never changes. You know, you upgrade to the level that you want to be at to make sure that you're receiving the maximum, you know, for what your budget is. And then you share. You go out and you share. So I hope that helps, you know, maybe just break it down a little bit, you know, simple for everybody, because this opportunity, there's nothing that, like Sam said again, just keep piggybacking off of you. There's, you know, there's a lot of other opportunities out there that want to be like Best Easy Work, but there is only one Best Easy Work. And, you know, truthfully, this, I can't tell you guys enough how blessed I am to have found this opportunity. So that's it for me.
Thank you, Britt.
Thank you so much on that, Brittany. Powerful as always. Great nuggets, great value, and I've seen your work out there, Brittany. But you're doing it, and that's why you're so successful with this program. It's nothing better than, I mean, in like you guys have experienced, when you get those commission notifications, there's been many times where I'm scratching my head like, what did I do to get this? Well, it's the seeds that you planted before that blooms later on. You see, marketing is nothing but planting seeds. It's like every day you do you put a piece of content out there. It's like putting little robots out there that's working for you 24/7. And that's the beauty of what we have here. But we have this system to leverage your efforts. So it's a powerful thing. So thank you so much for that. Mr. Ruiz himself, the CEO, what's going on, brother?
Hey, great. Thank you all for those great stories. A lot of encouragement, and I appreciate everybody's trust. I just want to point out a few things here. We're just under 70,000 people, which is outstanding. We grow by about 900 people a day currently, and I want to point out that there are some excellent ways of marketing out there. One of the most exciting things about, you know, about working together. You're not out there left alone. You're working as a team, and there's no, the normal market out there. Everybody's a corporate business out there. Well, over here, if you help each other, you'll see that you're actually helping each other, and you're in a better position for yourself. One of the neat things about our program is that when you first call, there's always a special bonus. Last week, we had a special double bonus on there, only lasted about 2.5 days. Okay, we filled up quick and I had to cut it off, but we still always give out that bonus. So just call in for that special bonus. That just goes to prove how fast we get you up and running and put you in a better position for yourself. Okay, so just call so you can find out what the bonus is. As far as outside marketing, other people, a lot of people try to figure out decent ways of how to market. I've been telling a few people that I'm going to entertain. You know how sometimes when you go to a gas station or maybe a beauty salon or maybe a mechanic shop and you find these little coupon books off to the side? Well, if you pick up one of those coupon books and you call up that coupon book owner, you'll discover how cheap and affordable it is to advertise in those coupon books. And those people are, that ad will last for the whole month, and they distribute to 15,000 up to 100,000 in circulation. So for a very small amount of money, you can be in 100,000 circulation. That's outstanding. So just the whole key is just stay in front of people. The system works. A lot of people try to refigure out how to do this. When I put this thing together, I didn't put this thing together to lose or waste my time. It's very strategic, and it's designed to force people to work and also to invest in themselves, especially when you find out if you do a good job communicating with your team. Sometimes you'll discover that your team member is going to come on board at a high number. A lot of people, either they're going to run to the bank or they're going to feel a loss. So this site puts you in position to receive. Simple as that. It's just a matter of staying active and sharing your link. That's a wonderful word. Share the link. That's it. You don't have to be selling anything. Just share the link. The site sells itself.
That's right.
So I welcome, I know we're going to grow tremendously in 2018. I'm excited, and this is what I live on, man. This is all I do, and I appreciate all you guys. So I say just keep on doing what you're doing and keep marketing, and stay consistent, because it works. The system works. People love waking up to money every day.
Yes, sir. Yes. Powerful. Thank you, Martin. Yeah, man, the system does work. You know what? Martin does 90% of the work for us, guys. 90%. The other 10% is just your efforts of going out there and just doing some simple tasks every day. It doesn't matter what you do. At least posting on my bread and butter is YouTube and Facebook, and it's been like that for a long time. And now I'm kind of moving to offline now and getting into a groove of doing postcards. But YouTube has been tremendous. Facebook has been tremendous. When you build those relationships, it's phenomenal. And you don't have to be an expert, guys, on YouTube or any of these platforms. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Share your passion. People love that. People love it. So what I'm going to do now, just open up for a couple of questions. If anyone in the group has a question, feel free to put your question in the chat. I'm also going to check the actual Facebook group to see if we have any questions as well. So bear with me just a second here while I do that. Let's see here. All right. Any questions so far, guys? Okay, so in the group, someone, I guess it's to you, this is towards to you, Martin. They asked, could we have the Craigslist training back again so we know how to post better?
Craigslist, it has its own conditions there. And Craigslist at one point it was a great resource to marketing. They would not restrict you on how you can market. Right now, I'll be the first one to tell you that they got Best Easy Work pegged as a multi-level marketing system. And the minute they see the word Best Easy Work, they will block your ad, they will block your account, they will block your email, even your credit card and your IP address. So they'll give you a difficult time. So the way people get around with Craigslist is they post an ad, they don't post a website, and they say, contact me for details with your email. That's the big trick. Not to expose what you're doing, and just be a little bit vague about what you're talking about. If you want to make some great money with this program, please contact me with your email. And at that point, you can follow up with your prospects. The minute that you start advertising your link, your phone number, your email, Craigslist, not only do they have web bots, they also have personnel checking on these ads. And if they have the slightest bit of any inkling that this is a multi-level marketing program, that's not what they're in for. They don't like that. So they will flag you, they will block you, and they don't want anything to do with your ads. And you should get your money back if you're paying for your ads. There are some free methods of advertising on Craigslist, but it's a little frustrating. You know, you pay for an ad, you want your ad to go up. So that's how I actually started with Craigslist, and I would tolerate what they would do to me, and I would recreate accounts. And I no longer utilize that service because I just want to deal with things that I know are going to expose my site. So as long as I know I'm going to get the exposure, I'm happy to pay for whatever the ad might be, because I know that I get results. Sometimes a person, when they call me, they say, what level should they start at? And I tell them, whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, just start. Half the battle is finding something that works. And I didn't put this together to waste my time or anybody else's time. I put this together so that it can work. And I utilized everything I could in my resources to put this puppy together. And then when I did put it together, I started listening to what the concerns and questions were of other people. And I started advertising like this person's saying with Craigslist, but then Craigslist kept changing. And so I had to find different methods of advertising. One of the best methods, I'll show it to you right now, like I just mentioned, those coupon books. Look at the size of this ad. These are 2 ads on a half a page ad, a coupon book. You could possibly spend only 50 or 80 bucks in a month and be in a circulation of 50,000 people. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's just a coupon book. Okay, and people look for deals all the time. Make your little ad up. There's samples in the back office, and call up these people, and it's a lot cheaper than postcards. It's a lot cheaper than the penny saver ads. It's the cheapest thing that I know how to do. But you can grab yourself 4 or 5 counties every single month and be in business, man. You got to be in front of people. Without being in front of people, no one's going to know about you at all. So if you're not in front of people, you have no success. You have to stay in front of people and take care of your people. When they ask you a question, or just respond to them as soon as you can.
All right, Martin.
I highly recommend not to use Craigslist at this point, because you'll get frustrated with the system.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I've used Craigslist in the past myself, and it was frustrating at the time. It's very, very meticulous on the rules and regulations over there. You got to be careful. And you know, one of the things that I did when I was posting, and maybe I may try it again, is when I did post, I would the goal was to build up my text message marketing list. So there is a way to at the time for me to, you know, say a short little ad, put a little ad up, and then say text customer service to this number, and then when they text that number, it spits out automatically the site for them to go to. And at the same time, you're building a text message email list. I mean, a text message marketing list. So I kind of, you know, played around with it a little bit. I may test it out again to see if I can do it. If it works, I can share it on video or something to help people out. Yes, Sam says solo ads are great. Solo ads, guys, are fantastic. With the solo ads, you want to, you know, make sure a good way to go about solo ads is to have a marketing system set up to where you're collecting emails, you're able to follow up with your list. Building that list, what Clinton was talking about earlier, is your most prized possession, because you can take that list as you build it up in the thousands or the tens of thousands. With the push of a button, you can email that list and promote to them, or build a relationship with them at the same time. And you know, you can get to a point where you're printing money, so to speak. So yes, solo ads is probably the fastest way to build your list, but you definitely want to have a marketing system in place to do that. All right. Sam put a link here, solochecker.com. You want to check out solochecker.com and udemy.com. Both of those are good places to buy solo ads. All right. All right. See if we have any. Okay, so Derek Terrain, Martin, he wanted to piggyback off what you said, Martin. He said, in reference to Craigslist, in the resume section, you can find lots of people looking for a job or gig opportunities. You can often find phone numbers attached to these people in need, so you can follow with them as well. So I guess there's a technique where you can look for the resumes and do it like that as well. So that's what Derek commented that in the group. All right, so someone asked about the classified. Does anyone use any classified ads other than Craigslist? Any other classified ads online or anything like that? I don't use classified. I know there's US free ads, but I haven't really used them. US free ads is a site, but I'm not for sure.
I know I've used quick ads, you know, whenever I first started, I did use quick ad. Yeah. And I liked it. I mean, especially, you know, it costs, I think, $13 total for you to have it boosted every 5 days up to the top of the listing. And then for you to have like a kind of like a flash, something that flashes on there that just makes it more urgent. And then also it posts to all cities. So all of the cities within there, and it's $13 total to do that. So I've done that a couple of times for Best Easy Work. But I will say this, if you decide to do that, I wouldn't recommend just posting, you know, the copy and paste from the back office, only because it's a wonderful tool. It's a great thing that Martin has up there, but a lot of people have grown accustomed to using Quick Ad because it's one of the first things, you know, in the training, which is awesome. But now that we're getting, you know, larger, we're getting more people, you're starting to see a lot of the same ads, and at some point we have to stand out. So I do recommend, you know, writing your own ad and things like that, you know, and so that way it kind of help you, you know, stand out from the rest of the people who are promoting Best Easy Work using, you know, the copy and paste ad.
Okay, thanks for that tip there, Brittany. Yeah, makes sense. You definitely want to stand out above the rest, and that's going to help brand yourself as well. So thank you for sharing that, Brittany. Appreciate that. Anyone else have any other questions?
Hey, Ontarian?
Yes.
Hey, I just want to say a technique that me and my sister used on another business was going on to apartment complexes. And I think I might have showed this in a group before, but these are door bags. So if you go to like an apartment complex and you want to drop these on the doors, they literally slide right in. And a lot of times they think it's just something from their apartment complex. And we went and did an entire apartment complex. This is for another opportunity. And when I say we had so many opt-ins, I mean, coming in, like, it was crazy. It was crazy. So these type of bags right here, I'll post the site because I can't remember where I got it from right now. But yeah, these, and you can stuff your little flyer in here and go to apartment complexes and just put them right on their door. And this is a door bag that we use for another opportunity that we're going to use now for Best Easy Work. So I just wanted to share that.
Okay, thank you for the tip, Kim. Yeah, that's Thinking outside the box, folks. I mean,
There you go.
that's what it comes down to. And another thing, guys, master one paid traffic or paid marketing technique, whether it be Facebook ads, whether it be YouTube ads, Bing ads. There's tons of courses out there that you can tap into. Facebook ads is very highly targeted. Kim, I know you're using Facebook ads. Facebook ads is great, guys. If you can master Facebook ads, it can do wonders for your business. Okay, I've played around with it. I'm getting back into the game of Facebook ads, but it works. And when you do Facebook ads, you want to do videos, okay? Because videos pull all day long. You just and what you're sharing on the videos is something real short and simple. Telling maybe a little background story about yourself, showing a little proof, maybe of some payments that you received, and having people to and then giving people a call to action. That's it, okay? And it works. So definitely get your hands on some Facebook ads or Bing ads or YouTube ads. Learn that skill. It's all about increasing your education level in the marketing space. All right, folks. I think we're going to end it right there. We have been on for a while. I don't know the time, but we've been on for a while. But thanks for coming on. If you have any questions for what you heard last night, get back to the person that invited you here. And my advice to you is to upgrade. If you're a freebird, upgrade ASAP, because if you're marketing, especially if you're marketing, because you could get passed up pretty fast. That's happened a lot so far. So if you're on YouTube looking at this video, the link to join us below, and we look forward to having you on the team. Everybody have a good night. Thank you for coming on. God bless.